Hey guys, Scott, and apparently a heavenly glowing buddy here. Today I wanted to go over the patch notes for 7.2.2, pretty small patch. This is a tiny nerf for the Xenomorph, or if you play the PTB, it's essentially just reverting him to what he was on the PTB. So I think this is the best way to just do a simple adjustment without, a big rework or anything like that. All they did was make the movement speed after missing a tail whip slower as it was in the PTB. It felt perfectly fine in the PTB. Survivors actually got to make more than 3 feet of distance, so when you actually miss, you're punished for it now, which I think is a good thing. The only difference is when you hit a turret with a tail whip, that also counts as a missed attack, so that is also slower now. But after playing Xenomorph for a while, I have come to the conclusion that on PTB, it was actually good. I think on my first day, I was like, oh, it feels too punishing when you hit a turret with a tail whip. They gain too much distance, but not really. Like playing him a bunch now, I actually think it was totally fine. I was just really bad at the killer. So I think the changes they made here are completely acceptable. There was really no punishment at all for missing, and I think that was a bad game design. So I think most people are in favor of supporting this change. I mean, even people that played Xenomorph were like, yeah, it's kind of weird that I don't really lose anything if I miss a tail whip. So for the most part, I think this is a great, almost universally accepted change. There'll be a few copers that think that he's dog shit now or something. I assure you he's not. He's still very, very, very good. They actually also changed one thing that buffed Xenomorph, where they were not able to destroy turrets in the malfunction state. The malfunction state would happen when you came out of a tunnel for 2 seconds. The turrets would be disabled and they couldn't attack you. But the problem was you couldn't break them either. So when you came out of a tunnel, it was this weird, like, do I wait here for 2 seconds so then I can break the turret, or do I try to get away in 2 seconds? And it was like this awkward, I don't really know what to do right now sort of thing. That's removed now. Now, as soon as you come out, you can immediately break the turret, which was very, very annoying as playing the killer. So that will actually end up buffing the killer, because now you can come out of a tunnel, smack the turret, and continue chasing immediately, rather than having to do that little dance in between of disabling or not. So that's good. So that is a buff there, a nerf or reversion to how he originally was in the PTB, and I think the killer's in a much better spot. Now, the tail itself is still not really a super reactable thing outside of Dead Hard. You can't really rotate your character quick enough to dodge it. So we're still going to have the issue where it's kind of like old Deathslinger now, and it's still not going to be fun to go against. Like, I can definitely see that this is still going to be a killer that people are not going to enjoy going against at all. But at least like old Deathslinger now, who gets slowed down drastically with the reload, at least now this movement speed is more aligned with Nemesis after a tentacle. You move a lot slower now. So at least when they do miss, you can actually get something out of it, as opposed to before where they could miss and nothing would happen. Yeah, so still not really addressing the fun issue of the killer, but I think this is good for now, just for a little minor update patch. Maybe we'll get a bit more of adjustment on something later, but I think this is fine for now. That's pretty much it. Thanks for watching.